Hey, it's Lumpy and the Fun Boss, and we're at Ward Beach as we travel down to Christchurch.
We got some good gouge from people we were staying with at an Airbnb, and they talked about Ward Beach and how some land had literally come up after one of the earthquakes. We wanted to go check it out, so we followed the signs out to Ward Beach. It was a fun little detour.
And at this beach, what happened was during one of the earthquakes in 2011 and 2012, is the rocks came up out of the seafloor, and they're white rocks, and you can see them out there at the beach. So there they are, and that's what came up. They weren't there before the earthquake, and they came back. They showed up after.
And of course, the drive out there was just fabulous. This was just typical scenery on the South Island. So it was just a really fun side trip. And here we are traveling south. You do get used to driving on the other side of the road. And now we're traveling toward Christchurch.
This is Oahu Point, and it's the home of the New Zealand fur-bearing seals. Now, this is a colony that's in the area. They're not just here, they're around, and we'll see some more of them later. But it was recommended to us, and we saw it, so we made a stop. And the reason they're here is this is a protected area for the baby seals, so you see lots of babies and moms hanging out, sunning themselves, and you'll see a bunch here as we progress through the video.
So the Kaikoura earthquake in 2018 took out a big chunk of this area, and the road was closed, parts of it, for up to a year. And so when they rebuilt the road, they put in a really nice pull-off area with a very large walking area, and you're up nice and high over the seals. They're protected from people, but you get a really good view of them, and you can get a good bird's eye view of all the seals. And this is the pup season, so the pups are getting a lot of exercise here and a lot of growth going on. So it was really fun.
So we just stopped for a little bit as we headed to Kaikoura, and we'll jump back in there. And here we are down by Kaikoura, and you can see some of the Southern Alps in the South Island. And the Fun Boss found these places, and she'll explain how she found them.
I was just reading through some travel blogs that was talking about this particular barbecue stand and going out there, and they call them crawfish. Well, where it come from, they call them lobsters, but and I'd never seen a crawfish so big. But you go and get them, and they were a little spendy, but they were pretty darn tasty, and it was awfully fun to sit out there by the water and watch the sea life and eat our clam chowder and our crayfish besides.
Yeah, the crawfish, crayfish, they call them crayfish with a K, which I thought was interesting, so even the spelling was different. But the barbecue place was exceptionally good, except that crayfish was 63 New Zealand, which is about $35. So it is a little spendy, but it was exceptional seafood. As you can see, lots of scenery. As you can see, we made it to Christchurch, and this is the yard at the Airbnb we're staying. And they had a really fine manicured outdoor area where they would host people in their little cottage out back. So after we got to our Airbnb, we headed downtown to roam around Christchurch. And we showed up in New Zealand around Anzac Day. So we also stopped by and saw a lot of the Anzac displays from that time. And if you, all you naval history buffs, the head of New Zealand for a while was Grand Admiral Jellicoe, who fought at the Battle of Jutland in World War I.
So Christchurch is a very walkable city. A lot of it's been rebuilt because a lot of it, the downtown area, was destroyed in the 2011 earthquake. And so there's this real mix of very, very new buildings, and then the things that they were able to save of some of the older buildings, or that are literally being repaired still. The Christchurch church itself, they ran out of money, so it's kind of just sitting there right now waiting for more fundraising.
So we roamed around downtown, which was really walkable, and there's just a lot of stuff downtown. There's a library, there's the church, there's a bunch of museums, there's the Earthquake Museum. There's just a lot of things to see that's within easy walking distance, and if you don't want to walk, you can always take the tram.
Lots of artwork downtown too, so it was fun getting to hunt for murals as we walked around downtown. We did check out the shops. It was more traditional shopping area with lots of restaurants and things.
We did end up at the Earthquake Museum, and it was a pretty interesting museum. Most of the stuff at the museum related to personal experiences, so there's a lot of videos about people talking about what happened to them. Our hosts at the Airbnb, their house survived the earthquake without almost no damage, and they ended up hosting 21 members of their family because one of the epicenters was at Brighton Beach, and so some of their family members' homes were destroyed.
as you can see, we did enjoy walking around, finding all the murals. Really a beautiful way to decorate the city. And we enjoyed that thoroughly down there. So we looked around the shops down in Christchurch.
And they have good coffee and another pie shop. You will never see a shortage of meat pies when you're in New Zealand. And so we did ironically go to an Argentinian restaurant because red wine and Argentinian meats go really good together. And then we ended our day at the New Brighton hot pools.
Because everywhere you go on a trip with the Lumpy and the Fun Boss, you should be finding hot pools to go into. That's always my idea.
Every day's a holiday, and we'll see you at the next video.